at him. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. And especially when it involved the sleep stuff, there was so much contradictory information. Like one thing says, you know, breastfeed on demand, and that's what's gonna be best for your child. And another book says, if you breastfeed on demand, your kid's gonna have, you know, feeding issues, and so don't do that. Or another book says, you know, you should co-sleep with your kid because that's gonna create bonds. And then something else says, if you co-sleep, your baby will die. You know, like it was so hard to navigate all of that information. And so I sort of looked at it scientifically and said, you know what does the science say about sleep, and what is it that speaks to me as a parent? And I kind of created a process that I put into practice for my son, and it worked for him, and he started sleeping through the night and was happier and healthier, and everyone's like, you're so lucky, your kid's so great. I'm like, no, I had to work at this was hard. And then I had my second son, who was a little more difficult. He was colicky and refluxy and wanted to be held and never wanted to be put down, and I kind of put the same practices into place with him. And he started sleeping through the night, was eating better and happier, and so I was like, maybe there's something to this, and I started teaching my patients at work and doing consults there. And when they were having improvements in their child's sleep, I left private practice 5 years ago to start this business full time, and I've had thousands of happy clients. And so it's like Jennifer said, it's a very modified, gradual approach. And so what you would do if you felt like you needed support is to contact us at the website. It's www.sleepwithNOLA.com, and we'll have a free consultation at 15 minutes and just kind of really talk about your situation. And sometimes it's as easy as just a quick 1 hour phone consult just to kind of tweak schedules, or tweak, you know, just some troubleshooting stuff. Sometimes parents get stuck and don't know what, you know, like either because of travel or an illness or something gets you off track. So it may be as simple as that, or you may need like the deluxe, you know, plan, which is like a 3-hour consult at your home, and we take a look at the nursery space and talk about what sort of changes could be made there, as well as we'll talk about what the ideal situation and schedule is for the child developmentally, and then also talk about how that fits into your lifestyle. If you've got other siblings, or, you know, based on parents' work schedules or whatever. So we'll talk about all of that at the consult, and I'll say, this is what I want you to work on today, this is what I want you to work on tomorrow, this is what I want you to do over the coming weeks. And then you have access to me as you work through that process. And then you also get emails weekly to say, okay, this is what you should do this week, this is what you should be working on this week. And it kind of walks you through like a very gradual, supported process. And you also get a written sleep plan, and then we set up a sort of implementation phase several weeks down the road if the gradual stuff isn't working, where I'm on call for you to answer any questions and walk you through the process if needed. But most of my families don't ever end up needing that implementation phase because we get the child sleeping through the night way before then. But we always have that sort of in our back pocket if we need it. And that's kind of how that whole process works, and we can talk more about it